Hi, my name is Dana and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing with you some of the books that I've bought recently. So this is my December book haul. It's large, but I've tried to move towards only doing one book haul a month, and some of these I've had since maybe before the end of November, since the last time I filmed my November book haul. So it's a lot, but I feel like at the same time I've gotten better about not buying so much. So let's jump in. I don't know how many books there are, but there's a lot. I do have first a stack of trade paperback graphic novels that I've purchased recently. These I all purchased from Mega Brain Comics. They're an independently owned comic book store in Rhinebeck, New York. They're also Black owned, which I really like to support. So I'll show you everything I got. So some of these I don't know what they're about, and I just picked them out because the art looked cool. So this is Low. This is by, I believe, the same team that did Deadly Class. I think it's set underwater, which is really cool. It's from Image Comics. Mostly all of this is Image, but a few things aren't. This is, I have no clue what this is about, but I saw the word vampires and thought, why not? This is I, Vampire. It's a DC comic. The artwork looked cool. I have no clue what this is even about. The War of the Vampires begins. Interesting. I think they're like ex-lovers and fighting. I don't know. I just clicked on anything that looked cool. Then I have Black Panther. This is by Ta-Nehisi Coates. This is the first book of A Nation Under Our Feet. I've been wanting to read more Black Panther, and I just read Shuri, so I picked this one up. And then this is Rat Queens Volume 2. I read Rat Queens Volume 1 earlier this year. This is a like high fantasy, I think they're like a band of marauding women who fuck shit up. I really enjoyed the first volume, so I'm excited to read more of it. And then I picked up one that I've seen for a while, but I don't know anything about it. It looks really cool and dark, and it's called Witches. It looks violent. Ooh, something is waiting for this family that moves to New Hampshire in the woods, and I think they're about to get targeted and haunted and scary. But that will be a great next October read. These are gonna all fall over. And then I picked up Twisted Romance. So this is an anthology. I've never really read a graphic novel anthology, but I really like the artwork. And because it's an anthology, it has all different artwork styles. They're all different romances, which I thought would be really fun as a romance reader. And then this one, I'm a huge fan of Brian K. Vaughan. He writes Saga and Paper Girls. So this is Why the Last Man. I think, so this is like the Y chromosome has like died out and he's the last man on Earth. So I think that's really interesting, and I'm excited to dive into it. And then I've never really read any X-Men comics, but X-Men, the comic book like adaptation animated series, was one of my favorite things as a kid. So I'm excited to dive in. This is X-Men Red. And I bought this because I love Jean Grey and she's my favorite character. So all I know is that Jean Grey is back and she's recruiting her own team of X-Men. So that sounds fun. And then I got this, which is Money Shot. I think this is fairly new. This is from Vault Comics. If I didn't mention the publisher for any of them, obviously the Marvel, DC, everything else I think was Image. This is Vault, and I believe these are like the space crew that like goes throughout space and having sex, something like that. It's very sexy. That's all I know. So then my friend kindly enough sent me 2 contemporary rom-com-y romances for Christmas. So the first is Written in the Stars by Alexandra Belfier. I believe this is a Pride and Prejudice retelling, but it's female. So I'm very excited. I love Pride and Prejudice so much, and I think I'm gonna love this one. And then she sent me Spoiler Alert by Olivia Dade. I am so excited to read this one. It's a plus-size heroine, and she falls for the celebrity actor who is portraying her favorite character from a television show, and she's a fan fiction writer, but he also writes fan fiction, and they basically know each other and then end up in this relationship. It sounds so cute, and I'm so excited. I've read my first Olivia Dade recently, and I'm so excited to read more. So thank you, Christina. And then we move on to some historical romance. I think mostly everything else is historical romance from here on out. The first is The Duke Who Didn't by Courtney Milan. I purchased this via the Romancing the Runoff auction, and so it's signed by Courtney Milan. I've read my first Courtney Milan this year, and I loved it. It was a novella during Novella November, and I'm so excited to read The Duchess War for Winter of the Wallflower. So I'm very excited. And then I purchased from Target How to Love a Duke in 10 Days by Kerrigan Byrne. I have just read my first Kerrigan Byrne this year as well, and I'm very excited to read this. I know it's very, very loved, and I'm excited to read it. I believe this one has a... Is it this one or the second one has a plus-size heroine, I believe? I'm excited. So if you love Stepbacks Saturday and you're not following the Paperback Exchange on Instagram, you need to. Every week they do different giveaways for Stepbacks. They're a used independent bookstore in New Jersey. So I won, one that I really wanted is A Good Debutante's Guide to Ruin by Sophie Jordan. I really like Sophie Jordan's books, but I haven't read her earlier historicals, and this Stepback is so good, so good. And so I won this, and then they kindly sent along 2 more like women's fiction anthologies. One is Debbie Maycumber, Catherine Stone, Louise Fay Dyer, and this one, and this is called Hearts Divided. And then this one is Irish Magic, and this is Susan Wiggs, Morgan Llewellyn, Barbara Samuel, and Roberta Gillis. So those are fun. I'm not really, no, these aren't my kind of thing, but it's very nice of them to send them along, and maybe I'll try them out. So the next few books are books that I actually bought for when I was buying the Winter of the Wallflower books. So we are reading His Mistress by Morning in January for Winter of the Wallflower. We're doing all wallflowers from the 1980s to 2020. So I was buying this book, but I had found like a pretty reasonable lot of Elizabeth Boyle books, so I just bought the whole lot. So I ended up getting this rake of mine, which rakes would be a really fun future seasonally booked up. Stealing the Bride. I don't believe, oh, these all have really great backs. Like, stay away, then they're dancing. Then we have Stealing the Bride. He stole her. Ooh, this one is really nice on the back. One Night of Passion. So here's One Night of Passion. And look at her backless dress. And then we have It Takes a Hero. And the back is super pretty. And then lastly, Something About Emmeline. And here is the back. And then another that I bought because of, where is it? Winter of the Wallflower. I was trying to buy That Scandalous Evening. I ended up with a lot that had this one as well. This is A Well-Pleasured Lady by Christina Dodd. And look at this step back. Look at her. She's stunning. I've already used this for Step Back Saturday, I think. Her red hair. Gorgeous. And keeping up that theme, I was buying Dangerous by Amanda Quick. So Dangerous by Amanda Quick is the Winter of the Wallflower book, but I ended up also buying these two. So this is Desire by Amanda Quick, and this is the Step Back. And then I got Second Sight by Amanda Quick. Oh, not a good Step Back. Not historical romance. I bought this via Amazon, like seller, an Amazon seller. I wanted to read Hallmark books that were adapted to Hallmark movies and post that during this month. I did not have time for that. I underestimated just like the holiday season, but hopefully I'll be able to do that next year. And this is Sleigh Bells Sweethearts by Terry Wilson. This is actually a love-inspired Harlequin. This is also large print, which is very nice on the eyes. I feel like I would read this super quickly, so hopefully I can get to that next year. And hopefully I keep up this whole booktube thing. And then I have one that's really fun and beautiful. My friend Melissa kindly sent me Minx by Julia Quinn. She had purchased 2 copies from Lots. This is one of Julia Quinn's, I think it's her first series. The old covers are just gorgeous on this one. I love it. So keeping up with Julia Quinn, I ended up buying a lot of her books that had stepbacks. So I didn't have any stepbacks before this of her books, so I got some. There's only one that I'm missing. It's Romancing the Bridgerton. I don't have the stepback of that one, but I did get most of them. And then I got the Duke and I that has the back cover stepback. So this is The Viscount Who Loved Me, which is gorgeous. And then these aren't going to be in order. When He Was Wicked, because I don't know the order, but this one's so pretty. And then On the Way to the Wedding. To Sir Philip with Love. And this one, I got this lot for like 50 bucks or maybe, yeah, 50 or 60 bucks. And I was like, wow, I wasn't intending to collect them, but then the lot was there and it wasn't like extremely expensive for them. So I was excited. So then the next books are all pretty random, just like lots that I purchased because they were pretty cheap on eBay. No rhyme or reason. Some of them have stepbacks, some of them do not. I've only read a few Eloisa James, so I've been trying to buy them when I see them pretty cheap. This is Once Upon a Tower, and the stepback's like cute, but it's not. He's like kind of like weirdly laying there. And then I bought One Touch of Scandal by Liz Carlisle because I really love a yellow dress. Oh, and then this one, I might end up buddy reading this one with Carrie from Book for Romance because she unboxed it in her P historical romance unboxing series. And this is Guarding a Notorious Lady, and it's a bodyguard historical romance. Yes, yes. And then I picked up Winter Garden by Adele Ashworth. I read one of the books in this series and I really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to read some more. The next 3 books are by Stephanie Lawrence, who I've not read I don't think I've read anything from, but I know people really love her books and I just kind of fell in love with these covers, so I bought them. So this is The Elusive Bride. Like, it's just beautiful, the artwork on this one. Like, you can't really fully grasp how gorgeous she is, but she's gorgeous. And then here is And Then She Fell, which I love that she's just like sitting there on her little chase. And then this one is also really pretty, and this is Viscount Breckenridge to the Rescue. I love how, like, you can kind of see it, the reflection. It's really pretty. Well, I'm very proud. This isn't as bad as some of my other book hauls have been. And then I bought Betting the Heiress by Kathy Maxwell, which has an amazing step back. So pretty. And then my friend Sophie kindly sent me a Joanna Lindsay with a step back, and it's so good. This is not one that I have read, but it's a Viking, and I have read one of her Vikings before. Look at this one. This is Hearts of Winter. No, this is Heart of a Warrior. I've read Fires of Winter. But wow. So thank you so much, Sophie. Oh, another Eloisa James that I didn't know I had. This is 3 Weeks with Lady X. Ooh. And a really good step back. Here is Trouble at the Wedding by Laura Lee Gerke. I've read a Laura Lee Gerke recently and I really liked it. This is a gold. Beautiful. Look at her thigh grab on her own. And lastly, we have My Irresistible Earl by Galen Foley. And this gorgeous step back. So that's it. Those are all the books I bought. There were a lot of them. Thank you so much for watching. If you've read any of these books, please let me know. If you're excited for any of them, I didn't really tell you anything about any of them, so you can't know if they sound good, but alas. I now need to read all of these, so that's gonna happen. Who knows when? But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.